What you know about love. Tell me what you know about love. What you know about love.
What he learned about his guys.
I didn't learn anything. I got verification on what I already knew. And
just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
The motherfucking Lions. Welcome back to the channel. Struggle Streaming with BK. In this video, we're going to talk about the Lions beating the Chiefs. And more importantly, we're going to talk about whether I'm going to jump back on that bandwagon or am I going to stay off where I've been for the last 7 years. And that video is coming up next after the intro. I'll see y'all in about 10 seconds. Let's get it.
I should get some sleep.
Welcome back. How y'all doing out there? Y'all know what it is. Struggle Streaming with BK. I'm a little giddy, y'all. I'm gonna say that I'm a little giddy. But before I start, I want to give an apology to my older brother Twan, who stuck with the Lions through thick and thin and always root for them. Okay? I was wrong. They won tonight. I want to apologize to my boy James Bowers. What's up, dog? Who told me before the game the Lions are going to win by 10. Come get on this bandwagon. I told him no. No, I'm not getting on that bandwagon. Lions don't hurt that. I don't do that no more. I'm Lions free. So, now that I'm done with the apologies, the Lions defeated the Chiefs tonight, 21-20. Okay? And I would talk about the game, but I don't even want to talk about the game, y'all. I'm sure y'all know what happened. I'm sure y'all watched it if y'all watching this. I'm talking about me and my relationship with the Lions, y'all. Okay? I am 45 years old. Was, and I do say was a Detroit Lions fan. Oh, I love the Lions. Through thick and thin. Right? Through the Barry Sanders, Wayne Fonts years. Right? Through the Jim Schwartz years. The Ndamukong Suh years. The Calvin Johnson years. The Matthew Stafford years. That's still my quarterback, my favorite quarterback. All right? That's my quarterback. All right? Got that Super Bowl as soon as he left Detroit. Y'all see that first year? Boom. But anyway. It used to be a radio host in Detroit. His name was Art Regner. And I used to be so frustrated with him because he would say this thing called Lions Free, where the Lions had hurt him so much for 20, 30 years that, I don't know, sometime maybe like 20 years ago, I'm sure Art ain't going to see this, but he coined a term called Lions Free, where he could watch the Lions and just laugh at the stupidity of the Lions. Because no matter what about the Lions, they will find some way to lose. Those of y'all who watch First Take and hear Stephen Smith say that about Dallas, what's her name? He stole that from Detroit, okay? Because that's what they say about the Lions in Detroit. No matter what, the Lions will find a way to lose. It's just something that the Lions do. And shit, a lot of times they ain't even in the games. So when I had to deal with Barry faxing in his retirement, just retired right on the eve of camp. That was heartbreaking. Still supported the team. Still bought jerseys. Calvin coming, Ndamukong Suh. Like, Ndamukong Suh really brought me back to the Lions when I was losing hope. Because I would listen to Art Regner and be frustrated. I know I'm all over the place, y'all. But this ain't scripted. But Art Regner would talk about being Lions free. And that meant watching the Lions and being able to laugh at their stupidity and them fucking up without emotionally hurting you. And I could never do that, right? When we got Sue, I was so happy because he was like the most dominant defensive tackle I had ever saw in my life, right? Even more than Warren Sapp when he was down there in Florida. So, not at Florida, at the U, but down in Florida. But I was so geeked. And then we got, we had Calvin, we had Stafford, we was building a team, and they had started to build a defense with Sue. And I was so excited about the Lions. And they crushed my heart when, of course, the refs, and I do say the refs, picked up a penalty flag, a pass interference, and gave Dallas the win in the playoffs. That hurt it. And then a little bit after that, Calvin Johnson retired, just out the blue. And when Calvin Johnson retired, I was done. Because in my opinion, the Lions had lost the best running back to ever play the game. Okay, maybe Jim Brown. But if after Jim Brown, it's definitely Barry Sanders. And I say that over Walter Payton. All right? And they had lost the best wide receiver to ever play the game. Well, the most talented wide receiver. I mean, he played for the Lions. If Calvin Johnson played for anybody else, he'd be regarded as the best wide receiver to ever play the game. Same thing with Barry Sanders. If Barry Sanders played with one of the teams they like to put on TV, Green Bay or Dallas or San Francisco, Barry Sanders will be regarded as the greatest running back in the history of the league. Calvin Johnson definitely is the most talented wide receiver to ever play in the NFL. Okay? Best, debatable, because he played for the Lions, and you just don't win on the Lions. You just don't win on the Lions. Art Regner taught me that. So after Calvin retired, I made a promise to myself. I'm becoming Lions free. I'm just done with it. And I really became Lions free. Over the last, I want to say 8 years since Calvin retired, I bought one Lions shirt, and that was, someone bought me a Lions shirt. But I still have my Big Play Slade jersey. This is the last jersey I bought. Y'all remember them? Y'all remember these? Lions, Darius Slay. When he first came in and blew up, I had to get me a Slade jersey. This is the last Lions jersey I bought. And this thing is several years. This thing got to be probably down there 10 years old. How long Slade been in the league? 9, 10? Probably longer than that. This thing got to be 9, 10 years old. Okay? I got it his rookie year. Right? I really got attached to Darius Slay. But I haven't bought any Lions memorabilia since. And I stopped supporting the team. I'm not going to no games. I'm not spending. You can't get $1 from me till you prove that you can win a playoff game. You win a playoff game, then I'll think about it. Okay? But tonight. Hold on. I want to insert this little skit right here.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Tonight, the Lions went to the Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs, on opening night, with the whole freaking world watching, and won. Wasn't pretty. I watched a couple videos and a couple people talk about what happened. Hey, stop listening to me, Alexa. But talking about what happened in the game, and they was talking about Kansas City receiver dropping like 4 passes. He did drop 4 passes. And that's why they won. Nah. If you watch that game and being Lions free, I can't say this. If you watch that game from like a neutral standpoint, the Lions dominated that game. Like, they really dominated that game. They just wasn't winning. They dominated the first half and was losing, right? And Campbell came out and gave that speech. I wish I could have been in there for that halftime speech. But the Lions dominated the first half. Maybe I'll screenshot the text and put it up here. But during halftime, in the group chat with the fellas, my brother and my boys, I was like, the Lions dominating this game, right? They controlled the clock. They ran the ball, but they fumbled it. And they fumbled it, and KC went straight down and scored the touchdown right before half, right, to put them up 14-7. But the Lions really should have been up 14-7, right? They were dominating the first half. And if you look at from the score standpoint, what they outscoring 14-3? No, 14-6. That ain't that bad, but like, far as like moving the ball, they did way better than KC. I'm not looking at I haven't looked at the stats or anything like that. I don't know how many yards Mahomes had. I think Goff had like 225 or 250, something like that, somewhere around there. So it wasn't like a dominant go up and down, type of. I know everybody like offense, but I like defense and I like running the ball, and that's why I like Dan Campbell. And I'm so pissed that the Lions hired Dan Campbell because I really like Dan Campbell's style, and I've been trying to stay neutral away from the Lions. Okay, trying to be Lions free, but the homie James told me. He was like, "Come on and get on this bandwagon," and I told him before the game, I was like, the Lions got to prove it to me first. Now, I said if they win this game, I was like, if they competitive, I'll start to believe. But if they win the game, I promise I'll watch the next 5 games for the Lions. Let me let y'all know this. I have not watched a Lions game from start to finish since Calvin Johnson retired. Yeah, I've seen some highlights. Yeah, I might read the paper, check up on them, see if they won or if they lost and stuff like that. And how they lost, and I be teasing all my friends because I've been Lions free. But honestly, I don't. Hey, Dan Campbell, can I get an interview? But anyway, I don't know what it is about this win that really make me believe in the Detroit Lions. I haven't believed in the Detroit Lions since since Caldwell was coach. Right? I believed in Caldwell. Right? I mean, he didn't have the support. I don't think he had the support of the front office. But Caldwell was a good coach. Right? And then they come in, I can't even think of the GM's name right now. I don't care. He fired Caldwell, who took him to the playoffs. Got 9, I think it was 9-7 at the time, and fired a 9-7. Dog, this is the Lions. You fired a coach that went 9-7, then you hire your boy, and your boy don't win more than 4 games. Typical Lions shit, y'all. So that I used to laugh at it and tease my. Why do y'all watch this team? Don't do that to yourself. Art Regner told me better. But I got to say this, Art. I gotta watch the next 5 games because I gave my word. But I might be hopping back on this bandwagon, y'all. That's all I got. This video is, I don't know. This video that I'm gonna post is more about me. It's not about content or anything like that, y'all. This is just me getting my Lions feelings out there. See, I got my sleigh. I sat down with my sleigh. I whipped my sleigh jersey out the closet. Nah, I ain't wore this thing. I ain't wore this sleigh jersey, boy. Y'all just don't know. The Lions just beat the Chiefs and Pat Mahomes. The Lions dominated the Chiefs and Pat Mahomes. It might not say it on the scoreboard 21-20, but the way they controlled and the way they ran the ball and the way the offensive line played, the defense played great. Defense played. Fuck that. I know Kelsey wasn't playing, but the defense played great for it to be Patrick Mahomes. 20 points. They held the Chiefs. Now I don't want to hear nothing about drops because the Lions had drops too. The Lions dropped 2 clear first downs to what it was. And one more thing. How about the freaking balls on Dan Campbell to call a fake punt inside your own 20-yard line? The stones on that man. The stones on that man to make that call. The stones on that man to go for it on 4th down in the 4th quarter with the lead. You always punt. I text my brother. Why we didn't punt? I would have straight punted. And they ain't get it. But he believed in his defense. He believed in the Lions He trusted the Lions defense. And the Lions defense came through for him. Dog, so hey, I don't know. Maybe hell froze over. maybe hell froze over and the end of the world is coming real soon, okay? But the Lions just won a primetime game when it mattered. The Lions just beat Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs in KC. Now, the Lions will get you on Thanksgiving, right? The Lions will get you at Ford Field when you come in there and being a good team. They can every once in a while. The Lions just won a road game against the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs and the alleged best player to ever play the game, Patrick Mahomes. I mean, the media love that dude. Like, he's not the best quarterback to ever play. He's not the best player to ever play. All right, the best quarterback ever was Dan Marino. I don't care what nobody say, okay? If you would have gave that man half of it, that man had the Lions defense his whole life, right? You'd have gave that man any type of defense in the running game, he'd had like 22 Super Bowls. But anyway, I digress. The Lions beat the Kansas City Chiefs, okay? James, if you see this, bro, I'm back. Nope. I'm not going to do it to myself.
Just when I thought I was out.
I'm not going to do it to myself.
Again.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not falling for the Lions bullshit. Nope. Art taught me well. Art Ragnar taught me well. I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for it. Dog, I'm giddy. I think I'm going to fall for it. I said I'll watch the next 5 games. That's what I said. If they wanted to, I'll watch the next 5 games. Faithfully. Okay, y'all. I'm not on the bandwagon. Nope. Not drinking the Kool-Aid. Not drinking the Kool-Aid. This is my Lions Kool-Aid right here. Sorry, I had red made. I ain't have no blue. I'm not drinking the Lions Kool-Aid. Nope. Not doing it. I'm not falling for the oop-de-loop. I fell for the oop-de-loop for years, y'all. No. I fell for the oop-de-loop for decades, y'all. Decades. Now, the Lions beat the Chiefs on the road. The Lions could win a playoff game. The Lions could get a home playoff game. I know the media are going to be talking about Mahomes and the drops and all that crap tomorrow. Fuck that. The Lions went on the road and beat the Kansas City Chiefs. I know Kelsey wasn't playing. Okay, I know this. I realize this. Okay? I don't give a shit. The Lions went on the road and beat Patrick Mahomes. Anyway, that's all I got. I'm giddy. I'm not on the bandwagon, but I definitely got one foot in. All right, Jay. You see this? I got one foot in. That's all I can say. Struggle streaming with BK. Struggle streaming with BK. Hook me up with a like and a subscribe. I appreciate it. Like, if you still here listening to me gloat about the Lions, I appreciate it. Right? Because this video wasn't even content. This video was just me getting my emotions out there. And I appreciate you sitting here listening. But if you still here, hook a brother up with a like and a subscribe. Comments below. We can talk about the Lions. We can talk about the Chiefs. We can talk about the upcoming NFL season. As y'all know, if you're still here, I answer all questions. So I really appreciate it, y'all. I appreciate the love I'm getting. I'm out of here. It's late. It's probably like 2 a.m. by now. I'm finally home. Struggle streaming with BK, and I'm out. Peace. Go Lions.
Know about love. Tell me what you know about love. What you know about love. What you know